Hey guys, I'm a gaming potato, and welcome back to our game of Factorio Space Age. In last episode, we got all our electromagnetic plants up, as well as we got producing Tier 2 speed and productivity modules. I did just finish research on Tier 3 quality modules, so you can see I'm making those. And I'm making quality versions of them as well. I've got a couple uncommons here. But we'll have to bring in more superconductors in order to keep making them. So to do that, we'll just go to our Fulgora transport here, and we'll tell it to bring in some of those. Looks like a stack is 200, so we'll do that. And we'll just take a look here. Yeah, we got them in a provider chest. And we got a float of 800 there ready to go. So that's perfect. That'll mean we can keep building these. But we will need a requester chest that is requesting our superconductors. Now this should be able to build indefinitely as long as it has supply. Well, there we got another uncommon. We may as well throw that in there. And I think when we go to Aquila, I'll actually make a bunch of high quality platform components for this. But for now, we'll just let that continue on. We also have our Volcanus transport ship that is fully loaded and ready to go. We got our full supply here. We're short a couple furnaces. That's not a big deal. And other than that, everything else is automated and we're ready to go. I have tier 2 productivity modules being built here. And slowly they are filling up all of my machines here as well. Alright, we are free to head off to Volcanus. Why don't we get some science going? We got some low quantity science research here we can do. We don't really need these lightning collectors, so we'll do those last. We'll go just like that. And I think we'll get some blue circuit productivity. That'll help us out on all of our planets. Alright, we'll dump everything into storage here. Oh, actually, we have a uncommon mech armor here I made in between episodes. So why don't we get that mech armor installed? We'll just dump some of the stuff into a chest. Throw on our mech armor. Yeah, we'll have to probably go like this. Throw in all the batteries. Now we don't really need our personal lasers on Volcanus, so I'm not too concerned about that. I think I could use a couple more exoskeletons though. We could fit 4 more exoskeletons in here. Steel, blue chips, and motors. We got motors right here. $30 motors. We got enough for 2. And some steel. There we go. Now, why don't we just go like this? Oops. There, maybe we'll get a couple quality components here. Got an 11% chance for quality. 30% movement speed, that's not too bad. We'll just use whatever resources we've got on hand here. Oh, there's an uncommon one. All right, 2 more. There, we've got full uncommon quality modules in there. 16% quality chance. It's not too bad. Movement speed of almost 300%. Nice, not bad. Alright, so we're ready to head to Volcanus. We're just going to send up some drones. And there we go. Oh, I think I forgot my night vision goggles. Yeah, I must have them in my inventory. Alright, we're gonna just go get the night vision goggles. At least we get to see this cool animation. So we are not researching because we don't have any yellow science. And why don't we have yellow science? Oh, we don't have green circuits. Ooh, good thing we came back. That was a close catch. Alright, let's get... some green chips here. Actually, we'll go like this. Okay, green chip should be over here. Yeah, right after coal. Okay, why don't we go like this? Let's reach here. Yep. Alright, yellow is way down here. We'll just cut that off. We don't need that. Okay, yellow science is going. Let's get out of here. It's important that we have that mech armor for Volcanus because there's so many cliffs. And you can't actually turn off cliffs on Volcanus either. You can turn them off on the other planets, but not Volcanus. Oh my god. Yeah, of course I didn't research Volcanus. Awesome. Alright, well... hopefully it doesn't take too long to research Volcanus. Yeah, lots of yellow signs going. All of our other sciences are pretty much backed up. Power looks good, 930 megawatts. $2.4 thousand reserve fuel. I guess we can check just to see if any of our mines are going to run out at any point soon. Yeah, this guy's pretty low. But I think we're good there. Evolution is only at 0.86. These are all tier 2 productivity. Couple of tier 1 speed modules here though. Alright, everything should be max now. Almost at a speed of 12. See how much nicer navigation is? Having the mech armor. Just being able to fly over stuff. Then once we get back from Volcanus, we'll be upgrading all these smelters to foundries and all these yellow belts to green belts. That's why I don't really focus much on upgrading to red belts or blue belts at all, because I'd rather just get back from Volcanus and go straight to green belts. You just waste so much time upgrading red, blue, adjusting your ratios, when you can just skip right to green. And then after Gleba, you'll get stacked belts, so that green belt at 60 per second will be buffed up to 240 per second. So really, why even bother with red or blue belts? All right, we're at 60%. Yeah, we're pretty stacked for space, but once we start moving, we can throw a bunch of items into our drop pods here. Yeah, we got tons of space science. Let's just throw these modules back in here. Yeah, this guy's almost maxed out. Not enough to fill a rocket. Oh, because the rocket will hold 1,000. There we go. All right. We are ready to go. All right, we are at 97%, 98, 99, and 100. Volcanus. Turn the supply off. Dump a bunch of parts into the orbital drop slots, just so the ship can keep functioning. You can see the circuitry we've got for our fuel flow here. You can see our flow rate's around 50% there, giving us 75% efficiency. And this should keep our fuel tanks pretty much completely full all the time. So fuel will be always full. Ammo should never be reduced. We should always be producing more ammo than we use. We can see there our ammo is going up. This also means we can sit in orbit around other planets and keep generating ammo. And then once we get there, we'll drop our cargo, send the ship back. And then with this trigger here, it'll just sit in orbit around Novice until we're ready for it to come back after we've mostly automated Volcanus. And I believe I've got weapon damage. Oh yeah, we're only at level 7. So it's not even that high. Oh yeah, see our ammo is actually dropping a little bit. But that's alright, we'll still produce plenty enough. Maybe once we're done all of our electromagnetic science here, I'll just do some more physical damage upgrades before the ship comes back. Alright, and we're here. Alright, everything is dropped. And there goes the ship. Back to Novice. And here we are on Volcanus. So the first thing I want to do is just map the edge of our base here. And we'll go a little ways into Demolisher territory just so we can find our tungsten ore. Nice, there's a bigger patch, 300k, 1.2 million. Like immediately, this mech armor is so useful. Alright, there we go. Got a decent amount of sulfuric acid. Although we're going to want to find, there we go, 7,000%. Coal and calcite. So the first thing we need is sulfur, or sulfuric acid. But we're also going to have to harvest a bunch of resources. We'll clear out this patch of sulfuric acid. And we're going to need a bunch of carbon as well. May as well clear out the coal patch. Ooh, this demolisher is right at the edge. Alright, we got a bunch of crap. We need to build stuff. Head over to our sulfuric acid. Throw down some pumps. And we'll get a line of pipes here. We'll hook all of these up to a singular line. Just like this. There, that's all hooked up. Get that all hooked up to power. And then we've got some solar panels here. All right, that is all pumping. And we got some excess power there. So with starter power set up, we want to make a permanent power system. And I believe I have a blueprint here, Volcanus Blueprints. Yeah, starter power. Oh yeah, it looks like we can fit this right here. Maybe I'll give it a bit more space. Put it right here. And we just need some iron plates. There, we'll go like that. We need 40 iron plates. There, that'll speed that up. We can't make sulfuric acid yet. Or not sulfuric acid, but we can't convert it into steam. So how about we grab this guy here. Can't melt ice. Oh, we need to mine calcite. Calcite processing. Okay, now we should be good. Yeah, we can take calcite and sulfuric acid to make steam, to power these steam generators. This makes like 58 megawatts of power right here. And we'll just have to bring in some calcite. Let's see if we can dump something here. There we go. And we'll build a mining array here. We don't need a lot. Let's just go like this. We'll double that so we can get us a full belt. There we go. Get that hooked up to power. Yeah, we're just slightly overpowering the system here. Alright, calcite and sulfuric acid. Let's bring sulfuric acid this way. And actually, yeah, we don't need speed modules in here yet. Yeah, we're just a little short on power. All right, 66 megawatts. So what I'm going to do is move this back here. This is going to be backup power. Just in case something happens to the main line and we lose power. Alright, there we go. So now we've got 58 megawatts of power. That's plenty of power to start with. Now our second objective after power is building foundries. To build a foundry we need tungsten carbide. And I have a blueprint here. It's a nice little starter blueprint. There we go. So this will start making foundries for us. But we need tungsten carbide first. So we're going to dump all this in here. For this we need stone bricks. So we'll dump all our stone in there. And here we need iron plates. So here we'll dump in iron ore. Get some fuel in there. And now we just need coal and calcite. And we got coal way down here. We'll just grab that blueprint. And we'll bring coal right up here. we're already out of underground belts? Wow. Yeah, we're just gonna have to craft a bunch of gears. Well... we'll move things like this. There we go. Now we got coal coming in. And we can add, leave a chemical lab, coal and sulfuric acid. Yeah, so if we add this right here, and sulfuric acid. All right, there we go. Unlock the foundry. This is why I brought a bunch of steel and green circuits, is for getting the first few foundries built. Let's see, water. Yeah, we need steel in here as well. And as soon as we get the first foundry built, we're going to remove this assembler here and replace it with a foundry for that extra productivity bonus. Just a bit more refined concrete. There we go. All right, we're gonna throw down a foundry right there. Get it building more foundries. And then this setup can also make our big drills as well. But we'll need more advanced components like motors, well, electric engines they call them, and red circuits for that. Let's grab this, toss it in there. And we're popping out foundries. So now that we have foundries, the next thing we need is actual production to start some manufacturing here. So we've got this open space. The rest of this, it's all filled with cliffs. So we don't have a ton of space, but I think right over here I have a blueprint. We got molten metal, this guy right here. Let's see. We're gonna bring stone out because we gotta send stone to lava. Yeah, that's quite a distance to go. We might just have to turn a bunch of that stone into bricks and concrete for now. So if we put this, something like right here. Yeah, we just need a bunch of underground belts. There's power. Why don't we bring this guy back? We'll grab some more belts. And some underground belts as well. There, that'll come back to us in a bit. Wow, we're already out of steel. Alright, well, let's make some more steel. Yeah, 20 steel. Oh no, 50 steel. Luckily we have lots of circuits still. So we're gonna have to build some more steel to really get this running. So for now, let's just trim this down a bit. We got 2 machines doing iron and 2 machines doing steel. There are 2 more rockets, and this guy can be sent over. And now we'll need to pump in a bunch of lava. One pump should be plenty. Alright, we've got lava in. Now we need to bring in calcite as well. It's just a shame the calcite and the coal are so far away because we have to use all those belts. Because we need to ship in some calcite. And then we're going to have stone coming out. There we go. Now, why does none of this have power? There we go. More belts are almost here. Oh, huh. This is lava in. Let's drain that. There, we've got molten copper and molten iron. Then I want a machine here to make concrete. We'll need stone and molten iron. Nice, perfect timing. I'll send you back home. And somewhere over here, we should get our items. Huh. I'm not seeing the supply drops. There they are. Alright, now we can bring calcite in. Now we're going to move this up here. Yeah, it's in kind of a bad spot. Bring this guy up here. And then we need some water. So water just from steam. Yeah, so we're gonna grab steam from up here. So we need sulfuric acid. We got calcite. So that's going to make 90 water. We need 100 every 10 seconds. Yeah, that's plenty. And we'll bring water. Just like that. All right, there's our water. Alright, so that's using 4.4 bricks per second. Which is 8 stone per second. So yeah, still not quite enough. So why don't we go like this? There, now we're using 17 stone per second, which is definitely enough. So we'll get some more foundries built. But we can get rid of all of this now. Because we can make steel from our molten material now. There, we're going to go like this. This is going to get us a ton of steel. There's 100. And now we can start producing other materials. So we are going to need belts. And I got a blueprint here. Red logistics. Yeah, we're going to need 12 foundries for this. We don't need the first two, making the molten iron. So we just need 12. We currently have 4. We've got a ton of steel here. So I think I'll just make these last couple foundries. And then we should be good to go. Why don't we speed this up a bit? Yeah, we need to start mining tungsten. So we're at the 1 hour mark. We did pretty good though. We got foundries mostly automated. We just got to feed in steel. And we got the main bus. It's going to be a liquid main bus here in Volcanus, but we got that mostly going as well. And then we're going to have to make a tank and some artillery shells to take out these demolishers here. There, we got a bunch more tungsten. There, we'll go like this so I can dump a bunch of steel in here. Yeah, we're going to need some more electronic circuits. So next episode we'll build green circuits and do a few other things as well to get stuff mostly running here. Great, now we're out of lava. Ah, that makes sense. Alright, there we go. We're burning off all of our stone into concrete so that we can pave this. Because I would like to have this all paved so it looks clean, because Volcanus is kind of nasty. We got our liquid main bus starting to function here. Next episode, I'll probably have a bunch more of the foundries built, and we can start working on green circuits. I have a really good blueprint for all of our oil materials as well, so we'll get that set up. So yeah, if you enjoy my content, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll have more episodes soon. Alright, thanks. Bye.